Meanwhile, Harris's support among another key demographic continues to shrink. While most Latino voters still lean Democrat, a growing number of them align with former President Trump when it comes to the economy and other national issues. Our Jose Martinez heard from some local Republicans in the North Bay.
So I'm going to show you here one of my, I think, premier pieces of Trump memorabilia.
Richard Marr, a member of the San Francisco Young Republicans, proudly shows the tickets he got when he attended President Trump's inauguration ceremony in 2017.
It was just a really, really neat event. So I've got the tickets here, January 20th, 2017.
As a Mexican-American living in the North Bay, where several Trump 2024 flags wave, he tells me he's proud to be one of more than 350,000 members of the Latinos for Trump movement in California. For him and many others, the number one issue in this election is the economy.
I was really, really happy. And as you can see, I'm not all that far, this blue section, from the platform where President Trump took office. Met plenty of Californians who had made the trip themselves.
According to a 2024 Pew Research Center report, 85% of Latino voters say the economy is very important to their vote in this year's presidential election. Among Trump's Latino supporters, like Richard, that number jumps to 93%, making the economy the most cited issue.
I heard one expression that Trump kind of poured jet fuel on the economy.
Other important issues vary among voters. I spoke with Jasmina Saavedra, an esthetician, and Linda Martinez Hanna, a caregiver.
We came from a very conservative family. We know the kind of family that support abortion. Oh yeah, mija, go, have an abortion, or showing our kids about sexual education, homosexual education that is happening right now at school.
They have these values, but they cannot let go of the Democrat Party. To me, how can you vote for a party that is against everything we stand for, which is God, family, and country?
Their stance reflects a broader sentiment among Trump supporters who emphasize conservative social policies. Jasmina, who fled Nicaragua's communist government more than 35 years ago, feels strongly about political stability.
We came for another reason to the USA, not to live what we live in right now, not to live the repression that we live in right now, not to have a high government, the government over us, trying to take over everything, the property, even what do you think, what do you talk.
These opinions have cost them. Both Jasmina and Linda tell me they have lost clients because of their political views. Richard says, at the end of the day, it all comes down to the American dream.
Latinos have concerns about public safety, their kids' education and the quality of that. And of course, they have cost of living and economic concerns. If we can acutely see how those things happen with and are playing out in Latino households in the Bay Area, I think Republicans have a real shot of making inroads.
For supporters like Richard, Jasmina, and Linda, it's about ensuring their voices are heard at the ballot box.